Jai Hind everyone. The COVID-19 pandemic has been around for nearly 9 months now as far as India is concerned. We have gone through the initial sense of shock, then alarm, anger, over-cautiousness and then acceptance. A lot has happened in between, including learnings about the pandemic and the contagion that caused it, also about vaccines in the pipeline. But now fatigue seems to have set in. It's fatigue of a different kind. Public health experts refer to as prevention fatigue or pandemic fatigue. Now that many months have gone by, a sense of complacency is likely to set in, especially during the festival season. It can actually worsen the spread. Here's how not to let that happen this Diwali. The fight against COVID-19 is far from over. The pandemic hasn't ended yet. Until there's an effective vaccine or treatment, everyone remains at risk of COVID-19. COVID-19 is merely biding its time, waiting for us to let our guard down. So, continue to practice protective measures like physical distancing, covering coughs and sneezes, and frequent hand washing. We have all made sacrifices over the past few months to keep our families and communities safe. This collective effort has made indeed a huge difference. While restrictions are being lifted in some places, COVID-19 isn't gone yet. We must continue to protect ourselves and each other. The best way to prevent and slow down transmission is to be well informed about COVID-19 virus, the disease it causes and how it spreads. The COVID-19 virus spreads primarily through droplets of saliva or discharge from the nose when an infected person coughs or sneezes. So it's important that we all practice respiratory etiquette. Even if you are feeling well and do not think you have coronavirus, then also cover coughs and sneezes with your elbow to help prevent the spread of COVID-19. Before COVID-19, we may not have considered how close we stood, walked or sat near each people. But now, it's very important to keep a distance of at least 1 meter from each other to limit the spread of coronavirus. So wherever you are, whether at work, home or school, you can help prevent COVID-19. Remember to wash your hands frequently with soap and water or alcohol-based hand rub. We can all stay safe and help prevent the spread of COVID-19 in every setting. Clean frequently touched objects with a detergent, then disinfect with 0.1% diluted bleach or an alcohol-based disinfectant. Whether or not you're wearing a mask, stay safe by cleaning your hands before and after you touch your face. Otherwise, you could spread this virus from your hands to your nose, mouth or eyes. Even as restrictions are lifted, consider where you are going and stay safe by avoiding the 3 C's. The first C which we need to avoid is confined and closed spaces with poor ventilation. Second C is crowded places with many people nearby. And third is close contact settings. To stop and spread of COVID-19, we all need to play our part. We need to all fulfill our responsibility. Some of us, including people at risk of more severe disease, rely in part on the other people taking the right actions. So, we all need to help protect those who need it most. So, we need to do whatever we can to stop the spread of coronavirus because others might not be able to. We need to be a role model. Diwali will bring some respite from the gloom that the pandemic has brought. But we need to be cautious so that a joyous festival does not bring a spread of disease. Now these steps must be the new normal in our life. Washing our hands often with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. cleaning and disinfecting frequently touched objects and surfaces, and then covering your cough or sneeze with a tissue, and then throwing the tissue in the trash and washing your hands. Wearing a mask, and we need to make sure it covers both your nose, mouth, and chin. Clean your hands before you wear your mask, as well as before and after you take it off. Do maintain the social distancing, that is, stay at least 6 feet, about 2 arms length from other people. And if you are sick, stay home except to get medical care. In some places where cases of COVID-19 are going down, restrictions put in place to control the virus are being lifted. The schools, shops, and businesses may be reopening. But now more than ever, it's very important and vital that we keep doing the right thing to keep infections down by cleaning hands, covering coughs and sneezes, maintaining at least 1 meter distance, cleaning frequently touched objects, and limiting time spent in enclosed places. If transmission returns, we need to be ready for some restrictions to return to. Working together, we can protect each other and definitely protect the vulnerable. Wishing you all a beautiful day with good health and happiness forever.